Let's talk AFC playoffs. Let's bring in our special guest star handicapper, Joe Duffy.
Just a reminder, don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube page and hit the bell if you want notifications every time we post a new video.
Houston, Texas, Kansas City Chiefs. This is the Sunday game. The Texans 11-6, 8-1 against the spread. They held off the Bills to win the wild card game. By the way, I'm not sure they won that game or the Bills lost it. I mean, that was some of the worst play calling I've ever seen in my life. Jonathan Joseph, Will Fuller, Jordan Akins, all doubtful. They're 7-3 in the last 10. The Chiefs, this is a tough ask for the Texans. The Chiefs 12-4, 11-5 against the spread. They're 8-2 and the last 10. The last one was beating the Chargers, but I think everyone was taking a knee for that game, at least the important players. 5-3 straight up against the spread at home. Second in yardage per play, fourth in scoring. 9.5-point favorites. Bigger spread here for the Chiefs than there is for the Ravens. Total of 50.
Yeah, there was some terrible play calling. I had even said on Twitter, I was shocked that I didn't hear the announcers even address it. I was surprised not that many people on Twitter were talking. Buffalo, I thought, should have punted the ball on 4th down and 23, and they would have had better field position when they got the ball back. They maybe could have gotten a touchdown. That I couldn't believe. Not that many people were questioning, and they seem to have been playing for the win at the end when I thought they could have gotten better field goal position, but they sent it in overtime anyway. But let's get to this game. Playoff home teams off of a bye and a win under specific circumstances. A little bit of a surprise. I know way back when I got started in this business, it was good to bet on teams off of a bye. No more. Teams off a bye and off of a win are actually a pretty good go against at 14-1 to go against. That would apply to the Texans. However, big home favorites, despite splits saying they're better on the road. Now, this is regular season and postseason combined. The Chiefs are good. The Chiefs have actually been slightly better on the road, but says to go with them at home because those splits rarely hold up. So that would favor Kansas City.
They're only 5-3 at home, both straight up and against the spread. So your point's well taken.
Yes, correct. But don't outthink yourself, is what my computer says. Teams, here's a big one though. Teams in playoff same season revenge in the playoffs are 67-48, including 6-0 when laying 9 or more and winning by an average of 32.5 to 16 points. However, I got to say that overall, that original, the master angle, that's 67-48, slowed down a little bit since 2014, just 14, 16, and 2. Teams that are off a playoff comeback after trailing by 14 or more, actually a pretty good fade of 56-47. So will there be a letdown? The computer says there has been 57-46. Again, fade that team. So that would say to go with Kansas City. But all in all, Andy Reid, what's the criticism against him? He gets the lead. He's aggressive early. If he gets the lead, he gets very conservative late in the playoffs. That's why I think Kansas City is going to be very aggressive early. And I do like the over 9.5 in the first quarter.
This is a very tough ask, I think, for the Texans. I mean, I've been saying this for the last few weeks. The Kansas City Chiefs have kind of gone under the radar a little bit as everyone looks at the Ravens and swoons about them. But this Chiefs team's a good team.
Yeah, I mean, look, Mahomes, since the injury, wasn't quite as dominant as he was before the injury. And I think that's one of the reasons. And we've seen a lot of quarterbacks, coming back from an injury, haven't been as good before. It comes down, it does. It really comes down to Pat Mahomes. If, the Mahomes is back pre-injury, then Kansas City, I think, would actually be the favorites. But we'll probably get a big answer to that question this weekend. Yeah, if Mahomes has a spectacular weekend, I would say that I would actually make Kansas City the favorite to win it, although they would have to go on the road, assuming Baltimore wins. But Kansas City is loaded. It all comes down to, is Mahomes fully back?